Hi guys, PJ from the VSN team again, sitting comfortably in the F4 Phantom on Zuni Rockets, and I would just like to get you a little bit up to speed regarding the new stuff we built into the F4, or what we have changed. First let's start at the top and work our way down. We've got the reticle depression indicator that is better readable than before, as you see. Before we had a little bit, we used it a little bit that the numbers were not showing clearly every time, and that might just put you off in the first situation because you were stressed out on your attack run, and then you find out later that the depression wasn't right. That's always not cool, so we tried to get it a little more clear for you. Same thing in the fuel quantity indicator, this one right here. That should read a little bit more clearly than before. Of course it's pretty small, but we hope you will see a little bit better than before. The next thing is we can switch the RWR. Here, we can switch it off and on, and the radar set, we can switch the radar set here on and off, so there's ultra new as well. And the interval button or switch for the drop interval for the ripple. I will go right here to the weapon selector. In the weapon selector you can now see the first option reads pairs plus. Pairs plus is essentially the cluster drop mode, or the cluster drop mode which is referred to in the F4B manual. Cluster drop mode means that you will drop pairs of bombs, but you will drop them in a ripple. So that's why it's called pairs plus, because you will drop pairs as long as you hold the weapon release button down and you got bombs on your rails or cluster ammunition or whatever you want to drop. So this is new, and the other ones just work normally. I think we've changed the ripple release a little bit in regards to which station releases first, which second, which third, which fifth, and so forth. But that is not, I don't think, makes that much difference. Rocket dispenser, pretty important. You will need to set to rocket dispenser to fire any rockets. So it's Hydra rockets and Zuni rockets. You will need to set it to rocket dispenser. When using the Hydra rockets and you push and hold the weapon release button, you will fire maximum of 19 rockets each release salvo. So you will not fire more, so it will stop after the 19th rocket. You need to depress the weapon release button and press it again to release the next 19 rockets. Why we did it like that? It resembles a little bit more the way it did work, because normally they released with one push. You needed to push long enough to release one full canister. So they released always one full canister, then released the weapon release button, depressed the weapon release button, pressed again, next canister went. That way it worked its way around. We just did it that way to get a little bit closer to the reality. They will fire in the interval set on the interval switch. So if you leave it at 0.14 seconds, not 14 seconds, 14 seconds makes no sense, it's 0.14 seconds, you will have a pretty slow release of rockets. Of course there's always an upside and downside. I think you can kind of work it out for yourself which one you prefer most. If you have really densely clustered targets, the 0.6 seconds release interval might be best, because it will really get you a very quick stream of rockets. Another thing is the Zuni Rockets. We changed the Zuni Rocket release to only pairs. So even if you set it to rocket dispenser, what you need to do to fire Zuni Rockets, you will just on one push you will fire one pair of rockets. Why did we do that? Because the Zuni Rockets are rockets that should be a little bit more accurate than the Hydra Rockets, and they bring more penetrating force, and you only carry about a lot less than the Hydra Rockets. I think it's one canister is 4. You normally carry double canisters on your rails, so you have like 8 per side, 16 rockets, and if you equip more than one pylon, then you will get more. But it's just if you would use them like Hydras, they would be gone pretty fast, and I don't think that makes that much sense. So that's that. I just take a look around. We don't get anything new on the frontal console, so that's all that is new. You just take a look to the left side, and here we can just firmly go to the back, because I think I already talked about the yaw, roll and pitch augmentation systems, so you need to set them to the front, because if they're in the back, the yaw, roll and pitch stability augmentation systems are not active. You might not enjoy your flight as much when they are not active. So let's just keep it there. It might be okay, but I think they make sense to have them switched on. AFCS and Alt. AFCS is the attitude hold autopilot, works pretty good. I did some tuning on the altitude holding. I will do some more. I don't know if we can get it to a decent state before the release of the update. It's like you need to pour a lot of time in it to really tune the PID controller, since it's kind of a double PID controller, to get a good result out of it. It will always wobble a bit around, and yeah, well, we try to get it there. If we don't get it there, we'll get it in an update. And the requested volume rotary for all the warning and indication sounds. So not all the warning indication sounds. This will be for the Sidewinder and the Shrike, howl, or however you want to call it, and the RWR warnings as well. The warnings you get, like the pedal rattler and the beeping sound when you're about to stall your plane, they are not they will not get silent if you turn that one all the way down, because it's a safety feature you need. The rudder rattler is of course not tunable, and the other one is just a safety feature. You don't want to tune that down. You need to hear it, because if you pull even a little bit more when you hear that beeping sound, well, then you can say hello to a flat span. Alright, that's about it. I just forgot, the depression for air-to-ground attacks with the gun is about 56 mils. So just play with it a little bit, but 56 should be around good. Okay, just try to get your stuff and train a little bit, and then you should be quite good to go with that around this time with the F4. That's all for this video. We almost reached the 10-minute mark. That's enough talk from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will enjoy the update. A little bit something from our side is when you get the update, please bear in mind that it is a project. that has been worked on by a few guys. So we are not a company, we are not a big community team of 10 plus people who are working tirelessly to bring you the most authentic version of a Phantom. So maybe take everything with a pinch of salt, just try to enjoy the flight, try to enjoy the mod, and if you really want hardcore systems, 100% reality, which I can just recommend you, then get the F4E Phantom from Heatblur when it comes out. It will be just another level, and you will see how much harder it really was to fly the F4. We cut some corners and made things a little bit easier for you to enjoy the module, and of course to lighten the coding work for us a bit as well. So we think that it's a good way in between to have a clickable cockpit, 3D cockpit, good aerodynamics and flight modeling, and a good usable system which resembles the original, but takes some things here and there a little bit more on the light side than the really hardcore. You need to flip every switch in the right order to get the system moving kind of stuff. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you will have fun with the updated F4, and I will get to you in one more video where I will show you the updated radar queues, where we tried to get an idea of how the original two radars, they were different radars in the C and the B model, which work a little bit different. So we tried to get it in a way that you will enjoy it, and you will have the radar queues you will need, and you have additional radar queues that would be provided by your radar intercept officer, who should be sitting behind you. So we will need to put all that information into our radar screen to get to you the same kind of information and usability you would have had if there was a radar intercept officer sitting behind you. Okay? Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. If you had fun with the video, 12 minutes in, way too long already, just talking a lot of not too much, and now it's time to say goodbye and enjoy your flights with the F4, enjoy the update, have a nice evening or morning or whenever you are watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye!